Om Shanti. We are ready to meet our most beloved Baba. We are enjoying the sustenance given by God Himself. We are proud of the teachings studying with God Himself. And we are great fortunate that the fortune maker, Baba the Satguru, has come himself to take our boat across. On the path of devotion, people are still calling out, "O God, come, take our boat of life across. Hold our hand and take us away from the land of sorrow, from the land of confusion, from the land of ignorance, into the land of light, to the land of immortality." Now we do not sing this prayer anymore. Lead me from darkness to light. Very famous prayer is sung on the path of devotion. Tamso ma jyotirgame. Lead me from tamas, darkness, and it is also tamo pradhan stage, the totally degraded stage, into lightness, into light. Take me from death to immortality. Mrityum ma amritam gamay. Take me from death to immortality. Now Baba has given us the light. When the sun is rising, it's very easy to look at the rising sun. You enjoy the beautiful scene, the sunshine, the sky is golden red. When the sun is bright during the day, it's not easy to look at. People close their eyes. They try to put the curtain, if the light is very bright, close their windows. And then a time comes again, the sun is about to set, and people realize the beauty of the sun. Baba appeared. The souls, the fortunate souls, were able to see, enjoy the appearing sun. There is no need to see the proof of that. If the sun is rising, the light is there. Even if we go underground, sit in a cellar, go in the dark room, it's still the heat of the sun will make us aware. It's a very sunny, bright day, it's a warm day. Even there are clouds, Still, there is no need to prove that sun has disappeared. Now the question is to know. Now the sun is still there, but people cannot see it. As the sun is, what the sun is, this is the physical sun of matter. The Supreme Being, the Supreme Soul, is the Supreme Light, the sun of the knowledge, the ocean of knowledge, and the seed. Now there is no doubt of God's existence, what He is, as He is. Now this statement comes in the Murli many times. Very few recognize me. God Himself says this. मैं जो हूँ, जैसा हूँ, कोई विरला मुझे पहचानता है. Jo means it is existing, the one who is. But as he is playing his role, now most conflicting concept, ideas about God is about God. Then fights are in name of God, confusion is in the name of God, misunderstanding in the name of God. Because of not recognizing as He is. God exists. Even the atheists, at the time of difficulty, at the time of sorrow, their subconscious mind or conscious mind would go to God. Interesting one story is that one time there was a conference taking place of some scientists, and they had to prove God does not exist. It is the nature that is making everything happen. It is not that the God is making the sunshine, God is making the flower blossom, God is creating the cool air. It's the nature phenomena. And so many things were proved. And at the end, the chairperson said, and all were convinced. Everyone was happy that yes, they were convinced the concepts that were discussed. At the end of the conference, the chairperson thanks and said, thanks God that we have proved there is no God. Thanks God. We have proved there is no God. Whom did he say thanks? So subconscious mind believes that God does exist. So here also means people, those who don't accept as He is, because they do not recognize, and yet there are the feelings, the memories, the experiences. So God, many times Baba also says, first thing is you give them the introduction of God. So introduction does not mean just only, yes, God is there. Introduction means 8 things about God. Full introduction. When we wanted to introduce each other, we do not just only give the name of the person or introduce the name of the person. 8 things about God means God's name. Second thing, God's form. Third thing, God's qualities, virtues, powers. Fourth thing, where does God live? Fifth is, what he does and what he does not. Sixth is, what is the time of meeting God? Seventh is, why should I meet God? What will I get from God? And most important thing is, what is my relationship with God? When I meet God, with what relationship I am meeting? And how is God communicating with me? We understand that God's name is not name on the body. He does not have a body. He does not have a physical form. So all of us are Baba's children and we have complete clear introduction. But today what the main thing we are going to take is, as he is, what he is. All of us know Baba's name is Shiva. Shiva. And then it has become so natural to say Shiva. Just like Ram is Rama, Krishna is Krishna. So even just in Brahmins as well, we know Shiva means benevolent, but we call him Shiva. We say Shiv Baba, we don't say Shiva Baba. But still, when you write, it is Shiva. So very subtly how even when we know God, still a change is taking place because of language, because of place, because of pronunciation. So I would not, because of time is limited, I would not go into the details of the name, because we know Baba himself introduces, and all of us are sitting here Baba's children. So Shiva, Shiv Baba, his name is Shiv because he is benevolent. His name is not on the body. It's a name of attributive name. Human being's name is not the name according to the qualifications, virtues. Name can be rose, but not necessarily have the fragrance. Name can be Shanti, but not necessary that there is peace. So Baba, God, good, benevolent being, in corporeal form, not a physical being, supreme soul. This is clear that he does not have a physical body. So all these things are very clear. Does not need the explanation here. But as he is, what he is, he is introducing himself. To recognize Baba as he plays his role, how he expresses himself, and then to believe in that role that God plays. Accept and connect the self with the same role that God is playing. We will enjoy the role. We enjoy the beauty. There is subtlety. It is the same personality. Even in nature, what it is and as it is, one needs to understand. For example, in physical world, in matter, I can hold water, but it would not stay in my hand. I cannot grip in water. But same water, when it is frozen water and it is adopted the form of an ice cube, I can hold it. Gradually the heat of my hand will melt that ice, but I can hold. Now I don't call it water. It's the same water. But water is now as cold, but not only as cold, it is ice. It's cube, ice cube. It has adopted a form. Now change has taken place. This liquid water, the waves that were there, now in ice cube there is not waves visible. So Baba, the incorporeal one, comes in the corporeal form. Incorporeal is still incorporeal. He does not have a body of his own. He needs to adopt a body, a physical form. Now here, because he needs to speak to the human beings, he doesn't break the law of nature. Today he said, I am not allowed to come in the golden age. God, the Almighty Authority. He says, I have limited. I am given a limit. By whom? By drama. By the law of nature. Drama and laws of the nature are the same two sides of the same piece of paper, for example. If one side is drama, the other side is of law of nature. Drama means action of human being, performed by human beings. Laws of nature, expression of the natural energy. They cannot be this piece of paper, this piece of cloth, one ply cloth can be teared into in these two parts, but it's one ply, it cannot be separated. Or a currency note of 500 or 1000 rupees. One side is valuable on the base of the other side. So God does not break the laws of nature, though He is the Almighty. The law of nature is when the soul comes in the physical body, the law of entropy gradually changes. The energy level changes and adopted by the soul, and gradually loses its power. Baba says, who will liberate you if I also come like you in the cycle of time? I am not allowed to come in the golden age. Raman is not allowed to come in the golden age. Death is not allowed to come in the golden age. So now, but he comes at this time to explain these aspects. And when he is playing this role to the corporeal form, as he plays the role, many people get confused. They begin to say, but Baba says, don't think of a human being. Don't connect yourself with a human being. Don't see a physical form. But this moment of time, the incorporeal is sitting in the corporeal form. And if I want to meet God, this is His house. Somebody asked me this morning, I was not here, this morning, uh, the Dadi said, Shiv Baba's address is care of Brahma, Mount Abu. But now Brahma is not here. And for us, how it would be accepted that care of Brahma and Pandabhavan is the address? I say still it is the same. The knowledge is given by the corporeal form. So Brahma is the office for Shiv Baba. He does not perform the task of establishment of one religion, the deity religion. Today he said, there is a difference of day and night between the establishment of the religion, of the religious founder established, and God establishes. So there are many different, what I was thinking when I was reading Murli in Pandabhavan this morning. 7 things were coming in my mind. I won't go in that. But there are 7 main difference between the founders of the religion, that they found the religion, and when God comes and establishes the religion. So now God comes in the body. He has adopted a body of someone. But when you are meeting him as he is playing the part of establishment of the deity religion, he is playing the part of purifying the souls. He is giving the relation experience of the wisdom, the truth that he has. He is the knowledgeable, the father, teacher and Satguru. So when you want to meet him, for example, you are living somewhere and you want to meet somebody, you have invited your friend. So Dada Arjun invites Dada Gobind. For example, now Dada Arjun invites Dada Gobind. Or for example, wherever he is at that moment, he does not have his own building. He is living at a rented place. It's a landlord's house. Would he say to Dada Arjun, please, Dada Gobind, please come and meet me in my landlord's house? What would you say? It is not your house. At that moment you are rented a house, living in a rented house. But that moment when you are living in a rented house, that house is yours. And you are inviting your friend to meet in your house. You do not say, please come and meet in my landlord's house. So means this is the situation, that is what it is happening. The fact, God does not have a body of his own. The incorporeal does not become a baby, does not go through the stages of Sato, Rajo and Tamo, does not go through the ages of childhood but eternal being, immortal being, comes to speak to the corporeal being through the corporeal form. But whom we are meeting? We are still meeting the incorporeal one. And this is why this morning he made it so clear. What is the reason that you forget me? What is the reason that we forget him? Because we forget ourselves. When we come in body consciousness, at that time I am not conscious that I am a soul. And it is the soul that is meeting God. God, even sitting in Brahma's body, as in the corporeal form, meeting is taking place of the souls with the Supreme Soul. Now, for example, here I am sitting and speaking to Sudha Behn. Sudha Behn is speaking to Sudesh Behn. Outwardly it would be saying that we two friends are meeting. Sudha is speaking to Sudesh and Sudesh is speaking to Sudha. Is this truth? Is it right? It is 100% right. And it is 100% wrong. What is right? Outwardly it is true. These two physical form, in this physical form, this communication is taking place. But whom are we meeting? The real communication takes place when the thoughts, the feelings, the ideas, understanding and experience is shared. And this is what God, as sitting in the physical form, meeting the souls. Very easy to understand is that here all of us are present here to meet Bap Dada tomorrow. So, whom we are going to meet tomorrow? Visible form is Gulzar Dadi. Whom are we going to meet? Whom we are invoking? With what feeling and the deep desire and internal wish we have come with here? To meet Bap Dada. Now as it is, who is, it's incorporeal, the almighty authority and the subtle avyakt form of Brahma coming to meet us. Now somebody asked me this morning as well in a personal meeting that is it that because Shiv Baba lives in Paramdham, Brahma Baba is in the subtle region, then how is it that this incorporeal and corporeal will Brahma Baba invoke Shiv Baba and then come here and in Gulzar Dadi's body? I say no, they do not invoke each other. We are invoking. Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba, this energy level, this as at this moment of time, Brahma Baba's perfect form, avyakt form is perfect form. Sampuran Brahma, complete, perfect. So Shiv Baba brings Brahma Baba with himself. We are invoking him. And so being so close to each other, equal to each other, we call them one. And yet we call Bap Dada. So as means what it is, it's incorporeal we are meeting, but as the presentation is this, the subtlety. In order to experience the subtlety, corporeal is always connected with that. For example, I feel fragrance. These flowers are in front of me. They are non-living actually, or maybe real, but they are no fragrance. So, the flowers, as soon as I feel the fragrance of rose. Fragrance is subtle, rose is gross. Rose flower can be photographed, but fragrance cannot be photographed. So what is this? This is rose. Then same kind of thing, oh, this is so beautiful, as rose flower, as. Now as is the speciality, the subtlety, the expression. So Baba expresses himself through different relationships, gives the experience of different relationships. And so to believe, to experience this, I have also to then express my qualities. In order to feel the fragrance, I need to use my nose. In order to hear the sound, I need my ear. In order to see something, I need my eyes. It's the same energy. It is the soul that is experiencing and expressing, but using the different organs of the body. In the same way, the Almighty Authority, the Supreme Being, the ocean of knowledge. Now, different souls experience different aspects. It's the same ocean. Pacific Ocean has its own characteristics. It's the same ocean. The heat waves of one side of the ocean, one part of the world, the ocean, the cool waves, the depth, the atmosphere is the same ocean, but different parts of the world, the souls who dive in deep ocean would have the different experience. So Baba is same, the one. The Almighty Authority is one. The incorporeal is one. This is why whenever this praise of God is there in different religions, most of the time it's the same inner feelings that the soul express themselves. But not everyone experiences all alike or at the same time. I'm swimming in the ocean, you are swimming in the ocean, other person is also swimming in the ocean. It's the same ocean. Experience and feelings would be according to how much deep I go, how much capacity I have, how much skill I have, how much interest I have. So as is my consciousness, as is my relationship, that is what the subtlety is experienced. So subtlety of God's qualities, because they are not physical form. It's the act, expression of God in form of relationships. And relationship means the qualities communicating with the quality. That is called relationship. So why are we not able to, very few recognize him as he is? What he is, easy to recognize. As. So quality can experience the quality, and that's called relationship. Exchange of quality is a relationship. For example, there is a family, there are 4 children. So one child says, I don't have a good relationship. My father does not have a good relationship with me. My father does not have a good relationship. Or the father says, my son does not have a good relationship with me. He is saying my father and my son. And yet not relationship. What is not relationship? Because this communication is not there. Expression and experience of the qualities of each other is not there. And so we are not communicating, we are not connecting our qualities with the quality of God. So we cannot see him as he is, We see very little part of it. And so this is why Baba says, without being soul conscious, you cannot experience me. You forget yourself. Because of body consciousness, you are not able to experiencing me. Are not experiencing me. Even like today, no? Even the animal do not forget their parents. Sakar Baba used to give one example. One of the Murli you will hear as it comes in rotation. That when the calf, no, cow's child is calling the mother, the cow, might be in a jungle, gone with the grazer somewhere, but cow will come running to the calf because the love of the calf, it is the love, it is the pull of the calf is pulling the mother, the cow mother. And so if it is a quality of love, it's the understanding of clarity of what God does, when He does which task. And so understanding of God through soul consciousness. And so when we are in soul consciousness stage, what it is we are experiencing first? We are experiencing our own qualities. Soul consciousness. What is soul consciousness? What is soul we know. Its mind, its intellect, its personality, man, buddhi, samskaras. This is the first lesson. But what is soul consciousness? How many minutes throughout the day we are soul conscious? So as is the consciousness of the soul, quality are conscious. Otherwise the qualities are sleeping. They are like unconscious. And so they are not expressing themselves and not creating the feelings, not creating vibrations. And so communication with God. In order to experience real relationship, Baba want to give experience here on this physical level, on this corporeal level, because this is the true relationship when you are communicating with each other. Communication is also there in the subtle form, but it is vibrations communication. For example, on the path of devotion, all different religions are calling God. Which language God speaks? French, German, Spanish, Hindi, Sanskrit. There's no language in the soul world. And yet, it's the vibrations communication. One-way communication is there. But here, it's direct communication in order to give the experience of the relationship. Baba used to ask, for example, he knows sometime a question comes, why did Baba ask, where have you come from? Is Avyakt Bap Dada, where are you have come from? Baba does not know. Knowing, and yet, just like the parents ask the child in order to make the child aware, but ask, what is your name? Child, tell me which class you are studying, what are you studying today? So as the parents want to give the acknowledgement that this Baba takes, the parents take care of the child, even knowing the things, but yet want to communicate. So Baba is being the knowledgeful, all knowledge. Many times he says, I don't know anything. I am not Jani Jananahar. Another time he would say, I know. You cannot hide anything from me. And so it is this is what it is as he playing the role at that time. The role of the mother, the role of the father, the role of the teacher, the role of the Satguru, the role of the friend. And if I don't become conscious and play that role, I miss the communication. So I am not experiencing as he is present at that time. He is present, but as. Same father, with the child at home, he is a father. But the same father has a role of a judge in the court. Now in the court, he cannot play the role of the father. In the court, if he is an honest judge, he is a judge. His role is different. Even this pure heart is there. The relationship of the child is there. But he cannot say, now this is my child and I change the judgment. Truth, honest, right, accurate. God is always truth. Always accurate. Always. So his role as a father, when he plays, at that time, I need to be a child. Only then I have the intoxication of receiving the inheritance. And I can learn. I can feel that protection. Otherwise, and at that time, instead of being the father, the child, then I want to communicate as a teacher, the feeling would be different. Intellect would be questioning, why is this, why is that, why is that? And that love that I want to experience from the parents, I would not be able to experience. And when different relationships are experienced and expressed of, if Baba is my father, then I am a child. And so it is my natural quality, natural right to experience the inheritance and inherent qualities. Inherent qualities. There is no struggle in it. I am not a beggar. I have faith and I have intoxication. And there is no, Baba says, how can be difficult in remembrance? Why it is difficulty in remembrance? So at that time, I am not being exactly this, my identity and inherent qualities, I am not conscious of that. And this is why meditation is difficult or remembrance is difficult. I am trying to remember, but remembrance is not trying. Yad is not an effort. Yad is result. Yad, what you remember? What you have experienced before. Oh, mujhe yaad aaya. I remember this. What I remember? Which I had experienced before. It triggers by hearing something, you remember. You eat something, you remember. Oh, I have eaten this thing before. You go somewhere and same kind of scenery is there, you remember, oh yes, this is I have seen. Remembrance is repetition of the previous experience. Trigger of the previous experience. And so this knowledge of the teacher, that if you want to experience as Baba, the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of peace, the ocean of purity, the ocean of happiness, the benevolent being. Remember that you have had this experience last kalpa also. So knowledge helps me to trigger this. Remembrance. Anything can we remember, no matter how much people try to remind me of place where I have never been before in this life? You try to remind me and I am confused. I cannot remember. Why people are confused and cannot accept? Because they did not have, many souls did not have the same opportunity, experience and fortune as we Baba's children have. And for us it is easy. And this remembrance is because it is past experience of the soul, but it is forgotten. And so Baba comes, gives the knowledge, and this triggers the experience again. And it is because, as Baba being God, the seed, because again, different as a seed, you have a different way of seeing it. As the ocean, it's a different way of experiencing. As the sun, it's different experience. When Baba introduces himself, the seed remains throughout the cycle of the growth of the tree incognito. And he says, I'm incognito. Knowledge is incognito, God is incognito. And every day he says, glorify me. As what he is, and as now. Once again example. Seed, the tree is growing. The leaves are emerging, the fruit is emerging, until the fruit is ripe. The complete seed is not visible. So incognito is because he's the seed. So Baba, the seed, but gardener recognizes the seed. Recognizes through the leaves. Why recognizes? Because he has seen this. I was in China, and one of the retreat center in China, there's a mountain, the place in this China, and there are many trees, 1,000 trees. So the gardener was showing this tree. And I said, how do you know? Because there is no fruit there. He smiled and he says, I have seen many times this kind of tree growing. So from the leaves he recognizes. But I did not recognize. So Baba, the seed, then gives the recognition of us when we begin to taste and feel how Baba expresses himself. Just like the seed expresses the potential from the leaves, from the branches, from the tree, from the fruit. It's incognito, and yet the taste of the fruit gives the recognition of the seed. Knowledge of the creation is known by the Creator. So he is the seed, but as the teacher, he gives his own knowledge that I am a seed. Incognito, and yet very clear. Full knowledge of him, full introduction of God. And so this experience we can hold on in our heart. We can experience this. It is so near, just in essence, just like you hold the seed, you can hold in your hand. And this is what it is at this moment, at the confluence age. The Creator belongs to us. Close relationship, we are His creation. The sun, you feel the heat. You see the light. You see how it functions. But you cannot hold on to in your hand. There's no need to give proof of it. The seed, you hold and yes, you grow and see growing, and it's a proof this is the seed. And so this is what we are. The knowledge Baba is giving when we are practicing, when we are experiencing. It is the proof automatically. As Baba says, because your life, like today's blessing, the proof is your life. The fruit is the proof of the seed. The power of the silence, and that is again soul consciousness. Being a soul, a point of light, the living energy. The ocean, you can dive deep in. So it's a different experience. It's the same Baba, the father, the teacher, Satguru. Is same Baba, the ocean of knowledge, and the sun of knowledge. But the different qualities are experienced through different relationships. And relationships experience becomes remembrance. And that remembrance is praised on the path of bhakti. And so now we know Baba's full as he is, what he is, by knowing 8 things, that which the details, but main thing is relationship. Name, form, 3rd is qualities, 4th where he lives. And this is why what he is explaining all again and again, not a corporeal form but incorporeal. So what he does not. So in order to give the qualities, he also emerges and expresses the subtle form as well as the gross form. Brahma's corporeal form and Brahma's subtle form. Both are important to understand. The subtlety is avyakt. Physical, visible form, corporeal. So Baba also comes in the corporeal form to give his experience, and to believe, to experience this incorporeal becomes corporeal. Incorporeal becomes corporeal, but he is not corporeal. And to believe this, to experience this is the most important thing. Time is up. And so of all 8 things, name, form, qualities, the place he lives, what he does and what he does not, how he has, what is my relationship with him, what is the meeting of time, and what I get from him. When all 8 things are very clear in experience of this, then there's no confusion of as he is. What he is okay. Okay? Om Shanti. I think I changed the seat, so when Dadi comes, so then she can have the seat and we have meditation.